Good afternoon and vanakkam. Okay, vanakkam like this. Okay, I'm Thangavel Vijayalakshmi, a visiting professor from India. I'm here to teach Tamil language and literature and, of course, culture. First of all, I would like to thank Global Events Friends, Pali Chair, Stacy, and, of course, my chair, Imran. Thank you so much. I know this is lunchtime. How many of you would listen it? I don't know. Even though I'm going to say something about cultural translation of Ramayana in continuation with Bhavya. In our interconnected world, the skill of translating our thoughts and ideas into various languages is a crucial for our existence itself. We depend on translation to overcome language barriers and engage with individuals from different language backgrounds. Usually, the objectives of the translation vary from one translator to another. This means that every translator has their own intention behind each translation. In order to satisfy their intention, translators should take various measures, especially to satisfy the target language readers and their society. Translators knowingly follow all kinds of translation techniques such as adaptation, omission, over translation, rewriting, manipulation, etc. Even though the translated text claims to be the same as the source text, there are numerous differences in terms of linguistic, thematic, cultural, religious, and moral values. These differences may be present in the translated text, and I will now focus solely on how cultural specific elements have been translated in Ramayana. You might have heard about Ramayana. Ramayana is a well-known epic in India, believed to have been composed by Rishi Valmiki in Sanskrit language around 300 BCE. There are stories that suggest that even before Valmiki Ramayana, there was a Mula Ramayana written by Narada. Additionally, there are folk forms of Ramayana that have existed in the northern part of India. The Sanskrit Valmiki Ramayana text has been translated into various foreign languages and also in Indian languages. One notable such translation was done by Kambar, a renowned poet in Tamil language. He translated the Ramayana from Sanskrit to Tamil, comprising of 10,500 structured verses, not free verses. In 12th century CE, this Tamil version of Ramayana became one of the masterpieces of Tamil literature, not like just a translation. It is considered as a masterpiece literature in Tamil. You all know the Sanskrit language belongs to Indo-Aryan language family, while Tamil language belongs to Dravidian family of languages. While the religious belief system may be similar for speakers of both languages, there are cultural differences in all domains between two language groups. These cultural differences between these languages and societies led the translator, that is Kampan, to surpass all limitations and rewrite the Ramayana epic not just as a translator but as a new original author himself. As a well-trained poet with a 3,000-year-old legacy of Tamil literature, Kamban aimed to present his translated work not as a foreignized text, but as a fresh piece of literary masterpiece that is domesticated and accessible to this Tamil audience. In his translation work, Kamban carefully identified cultural specific elements, ethnocentric values, and religious expectations in the source language text that may be sensitive to the target language people and culture. While remaining faithful to the original Ramayana storyline, Kamban made several alterations in the cultural settings of the story, introduced new scenes, deliberately omitted other to bridge the social and cultural gaps and make the text more acceptable to the target language people. Today, I would like to highlight some of cultural specific elements and ethnocentric values and religious expectations that Kamban intentionally modified in his translation by applying cultural filters. You may ask about what is culture-specific elements. It refers to the aspects of a particular culture that are unique to that culture and may not be easily understood or appreciated by individuals from other culture. One such cultural-specific element is concept of marriage. While arranged marriage is widely accepted, love marriage is often considered the ideal in Tamil culture. In Valmiki Ramayana, the marriage between the hero Rama and the heroine Sita was an arranged marriage. When Rama broke the bow, Sita's father offered her to him as a prize, as a gift but in contrast, in Kamparamayana, Rama and Sita met before competition and expressed their love through their eyes. They experienced love at first sight, as portrayed by Kamban when Raman saw Sita as he was passing through her palace. He instantly fell in love with her. There's a difference between Kamparamayana and Valmiki Ramayana. In Tamil culture, the concept of chastity is deeply rooted, signifying that a woman should maintain physical and mental fidelity to her husband. It is expected that a woman should not be touched by another man with bad intention, as doing so is considered a grave insult to her and her chastity. In a scene from Ramayana where the heroine Sita is abducted by villain Ravana, in Valmiki Ramayana, Ravana physically lifts her up, drags her by her hair, and forcefully makes her sit in his lap before flying away. That was the scene portrayed in Valmiki. But however, as a culturally trained poet, Kamban would not allow his divine heroine to endure such physical contact with a villain, as it goes against cultural values. Therefore, Kamban quickly applied his cultural filters and altered the entire scenario. In Kamparamayana, Ravana does not lift Sita. Instead, he lifts the entire Barnashala, that is hut where they reside. Kamban was content with his adaptation, ensuring that the villain did not lay even a finger on Sita, thus upholding the concept of chastity. In Ramayana, there is an anecdote about Rishi Gautama and his wife Akalya. Indra, the king of gods, was captivated by Ahalya's beauty and desired her. He disguised himself as a Gautama and tricked Ahalya into allowing him into her home. When Gautama discovered the deception, he cursed Ahalya, turning her into a stone as a punishment for her betrayal. Valmiki portrayed that initially Akalya did not realize that Indra was disguised as Gautama, but once she did, she agreed to fulfill Indra's desires. That's what the Valmiki's portrayal. But however, the Kamban's interpretation of the story in Ramayana differs from Valmiki's version. In Kamban's version, he portrays Akalya as a completely innocent woman who only realizes her mistake after having a relation with Indra. This portrayal serves to uplift the ethnocentric value of fidelity of Tamil culture. One more example, in Valmiki Ramayana, Tara is a character, a wife of Vali, marries her younger brother-in-law Sugriva after her husband's death, which was caused by Sugriva himself. This act of remarriage by a widow, especially with her own younger brother-in-law, is considered unthinkable in Tamil culture. Therefore, Kamban rewrote the story and portrayed Tara as a pitiable and respectable widow forever, maintaining the cultural norms and values of Tamil society. In Valmiki Ramayana, Rama was portrayed as a Kshatriya prince who consumed meat as part of his diet. There are several instances in the story where Rama is depicted as hunting animals for his food. However, in Tamil version, the Ramayana by Kamban, these scenes were deliberately omitted or downplayed, and Rama and other characters were portrayed as strict vegetarians. This was likely done to align with the cultural and religious expectations of the target audience and to uphold certain values and beliefs. Kamban is not the only translator who made such drastic changes according to the target language culture. There are many other versions of Ramayana texts that have been translated and adapted to suit different cultural contexts. Each translator brings their own perspective and interpretation to the story, resulting in variations in narratives, characters, and themes, etc. For your knowledge, in the Hindi version of Ramayana by Tulasidasa, Ravana kidnaps a magically created duplicate Sita. This is entirely different from the natural story of Ramayana, in which Tulasidas wrote like the magically created duplicate Sita was abducted by Ravana. The Lord Rama sends the real Sita to Agni Deva. Agni Deva means god of fire, for her protection. The Agni Parisha or trial by fire episode is depicted as a way to prove Sita's purity and take her back from Agni Deva's custody. So the story is entirely different from the actual story of Ramayana. In Jain version, Jainism, you might have heard about Jainism. In the Jain version of Ramayana, it is Lakshmana who kills Ravana, the villain, instead of Rama. This change is made because Rama is portrayed as a upright and non-violent person who ultimately sacrifices his kingdom and became a Jain monk and attained moksha. You know, in Jain religion, non-violence is a core value, and it is believed that a hero who follows Jain religion would not kill another human being even if they are a villain. Therefore, the story is altered to align with Jain religion and beliefs and expectations, emphasizing the importance of non-violence and righteousness in the narrative. For your surprise, there is a Muslim Ramayana available in India. Yes, of course, it is called Mapla Ramayanam, or they often called Mapla Lamayana. Instead of Ramayana, they call Lamayana, in which, which is a version of Ramayana in Muslim religion. There is a unique twist where Rama speaks about principles of Shariat law instead of Hindu Dharma Shastra. There's a total change in the Mapla Ramayana. My point here is that when translating a text from a source language, especially a classical literary text, into a target language, the translator often applies cultural filters freely. This is not unique to the translation of Ramayana only. It can be also observed in the translation of religious text also. Translators should approach their work with humility and be willing to adapt the text to make it more accessible and acceptable to the target or language audience. However, I doubt that the present-day translators have this courage to take such a bold stance and completely twist the original text in order to domesticate it for a target language. Now it's not possible, I think. Despite these cultural differences in the translation of Ramayana, it has had a significant impact in the people of Tamil culture. Serving as a bridge between Aryan and Dravidian culture, this text played a crucial role in connecting different cultural traditions and fostering the deeper understanding and appreciation of each other's beliefs and values. Now, in Tamil Nadu, Rama has become their favorite hero and also their favorite lord. So, the process of translation is not only sharing the wisdom, but also about bridging the gap between different cultural groups. In the future, translation will not be viewed solely as a literary process, but as a natural and essential part of our everyday life. It is important to prepare ourselves for the embrace with changes positively and adapt to a world where translation is a common and necessary activity. Thank you. Thank you so much.